Welcome
Is that
Oh,
everybody.
that
is that
alarm is not fixed.
Huh?
You
is
lied.
that still your alarm? Your fire
Okay, so
alarm?
look, okay, so picture it. Seriously. No, but seriously. So last week I honestly forgot to put in the maintenance request. And for people like, well, why don't you just do it yourself? I have really tall ceilings and I don't have a stool in my house. I don't have a stepping stool in my house. So I had to actually submit a maintenance request. So I was putting it off. I've been supposed to do it. But last night, the one in my bedroom started going off. So I was like, oh, absolutely not. So it's like all three of them are now beeping like 3 seconds apart from each other. So it sounds like a mess. I'm going to be on mute a lot tonight. And I officially did put in the maintenance request for it today so they can come hopefully tomorrow or something. So, but that's neither here nor there. We're here.
You
That's
live
neither here
like
nor
that.
there. We are we are here to talk about basketball. Oh my God, the beats are speeding up. We are here to
Y'all
talk
know the
about
video? You
basketball.
know the little video of the dancer that danced with Missy Elliott,
Uh huh.
Allison? And you know how somebody posted that like it's
We're
video with
squeaking.
her speaking speaking? That's what it sounded like.
I promise y'all. I like. Hopefully by next week it should be in a quiet place in here. Hopefully. So yes, good basketball today. I mean, this past weekend. How are we feeling, and what were some of your favorite games to watch? And we're going to get to that later. So don't bring that up first. Ooh, it's still beeping. Oh
Oh
Lord.
my lord, a chorus of alarms.
Oh man, games this week. Um, Atlanta winning. Atlanta and Washington in general. The first game was good and the second game was good. So those two games are really fun to watch. Um, who else? Indiana and Vegas. Those were two pretty good games to
Oh yeah,
watch as
those were
well.
good.
I enjoyed those.
The
Um,
Liberty and the Lynx.
I enjoy watching the Liberty get smacked around, but
Every time I
yeah.
say something about them, they just
And
F
I
up.
enjoyed Dallas and Indiana. It was like just straight no defense, people chucking up shots, and it was funny. Like it was funny to me. I like it was more of a comedy to me while I was watching it because I just couldn't believe how terrible everybody defense was. Like I knew it was bad, but it was just like really bad.
So currently, the Lynx are on a 6 game winning streak. The Liberty are still currently first, but they actually haven't clinched the first spot overall, the first overall spot heading into the playoffs. If they had won that game, they would have, but the Lynx had other plans. And then so the Aces are on a 3 game winning streak. The Storm are on a 4 game winning streak, but the Storm will be without two crucial parts of their system this week. Well, not sure if it's going to be the full week, but at least for tomorrow's game. Indiana, after a couple losses against Vegas, they won against Dallas, like you all mentioned. It was a fun game, just all offense and vibes. So in that eighth spot, we have 3 teams still vying for the eighth spot, and they all have identical records at 13 and 25 on the season. Who wants that final spot? And this is what we're going to call the hate for the 8th seed. Chicago, Atlanta, and Washington are all currently in search of their playoff opportunities. Shay's Mystics, which looked like they were going to miss the playoffs, are now, because of the tiebreaker, they are currently in eighth spot, followed by Chicago and then Atlanta. Each of those teams have 2 games for the remaining of the week, and so it's going to be quite interesting. And as always, every year we come down to the last day, possibly, of the season. So, who do you think is going to clinch that eighth spot?
My answer from last week still stands. I have no clue. I just I don't think you can say. I don't.
Yeah, and all of them still got that like one game that big. Like I feel like all of them definitely got one loss on their schedule coming up. I think Atlanta and Washington have to play New York, and one of them are gonna lose to New York. Maybe after New York clinches the first seed, with a win over I think New York plays Atlanta last. So if New York clinches the first seed by beating Washington, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe some players rest in the Atlanta game because the seed is already clinched. Um, so that's something to keep an eye on. And I think Chicago still has to play Connecticut, and Connecticut is still fighting for a 2 or 3 seed because Vegas is actually, if Connecticut were to lose, I think like a game or two or something like that, Vegas could get the 3 seed if they were to win out. So teams are still fighting for spots. And so keeping that in mind, I, I guess Washington, they're probably the ones who are fighting a little bit harder for the AFC, but then they lost and looked like shit on Sunday. So I don't know.
And are you able to give us, or give the people a breakdown on Washington's playoff chances? Because I know a lot of people say, oh, they want to go and fight for Page, but I think you mentioned that they still will have a lottery pick because of a swap potentially.
Yeah, I think the fight for Paige is pretty much like between LA and LA, to be honest. If it doesn't go to LA, then I'd be shocked because I think LA has the higher chances of getting them. Washington isn't one of those teams that need to miss out on the playoffs because they already got Atlanta's first round. So if Washington's in, Atlanta's not, Washington will still get a top 4 pick, so they're not missing out on anything. Um, Atlanta should probably try to get in the playoffs just because, I mean, there's no advantage to not being in it for them. They don't get a first round pick. I didn't really like their draft class last year, so, uh, good luck. Yeah, good luck to Atlanta. I don't really know what's going on with them.
So in other words, Shay's dream is kind of still alive.
For Paige, no. I don't think Washington getting for that number 1 pick. I'd be shocked because Washington had a pretty good record last year. So, and they do the 2 years combined records, and Washington had a pretty good record last year, so it'll balance out for them a little bit. So I don't think they'll get Paige, but they'll still get a top 4 pick.
And in the 2025 draft, that's actually not a bad thing because you outside of Page, you have Anissa, you have Kiki, Iriafen, um, Ashton. Ooh, not so. Lord, what's
You got point guards and maybe depending, but I know Rory Harmon is supposed to come out. Not really sure if Olivia Miles will come out or not.
hmm
That's up and
what's
down
her
one.
name? She's at UCLA now, and she said previously that she was only going to stay 3 years in
She
college.
we're not gonna. She needs to stay.
I think Rory
No.
elected to
Jediah.
stay another year as well.
Does Rory have an extra year though?
Yeah, they gave her an extra year.
Was that for this year or was that for
For
like?
next year. Yeah, she can
Oh,
come back
okay.
next year.
Oh, and then the one who was also able to leave 2 years ago but decided to stay another 3 years, Ayoka Lee, is finally going to come out.
Oh
So
yeah.
they're
I
quite
hope
a
she has a good season. I
yeah.
think she could be helpful if.
Okay. Okay. And so the moment that we've all been waiting for, and we were all so anxiously counting down, the baddest MVP, Madam Asia Riyadh Wilson, scored exactly 29 points to hit her 1,000. The first player in WNBA history to hit 1,000 points in 37 games at that. Didn't even need the whole 40. In 37 games. What were y'all's reactions? Each one of you, one by one, walk me through your reactions when you like, okay, we need these 4 more points, and then to the point to where she finally hit the 4. And like, what were your full reactions from 1 to 10?
I was in an Uber to the airport and I was just checking my phone to see how many points she had. When she needed about seven, no, yeah, about seven, I got into the airport and sat down and pulled it up on my phone and just watched anxiously. But then we had to go to where we needed to get to our gate. So I'm rolling, holding my phone about to die, got it on a charger, rolling my bag, trying to find where I'm going. We walked past, I missed the whole gate. I'm supposed to be going to Terminal B. I'm all the way at E because I'm trying to watch the damn game. Um, so I'm like, okay, two more left, and she finally gets it, and I start hollering in the airport. Like, I know I probably scared some people, but I didn't look up from my phone to see. But I just was hollering, and I was just so happy for her. And after that, I just wanted to see how Betty reacted, and I turned the phone off. That's all I knew. That's all I was there for, to be honest. I wasn't worried about them winning the game. I knew they was gonna do that. I just needed to see if she was gonna get her points, and I could not miss it because I need to be when I get to be an old lady. I won't be telling my grandkids because I won't be having kids that have grandkids, but I'll be telling somebody else's grandkids. I was walking through the airport when Asia scored her 1,000 point. The first, okay? So I don't care who do it afterwards because the first, okay? So yeah, that was me. That was
First
my
and
story.
finest. I know that's right.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
The first. I know that's right. PH, y'all. PH first.
Oh, brother.
I
So
was, what was I was watching the game at home, and originally, because Connecticut usually defends her really well, I was like, I don't know if she gonna get it in this game. I want her to get it in this game because it's at home, but I don't know because Connecticut usually defends her pretty well. So I was like, we gotta see how, the mid-range going early. So the mid-range started popping early, and I was like, all right, bet. We getting somewhere. And then the guards stopped looking for her in the second quarter, and I said, shit, fuck. Okay, Seattle. Guess she'll get it in Seattle. Because I think she started the game with like 10 points in the first quarter and only got like one free throw in the second quarter. And I said, okay, well, there's always Seattle. So then in the third quarter, she started cooking again. And then she had that look in her eye like, oh no, this shit's happening today. And I was like, all right, hold on now. We getting somewhere. And then when she had like 23 points and she pulled up at half court for that little buzzer beater three and missed it, my heart started racing because I really thought that shot was about to go in. It just felt like it was supposed to go in, but it didn't go in. I was like, okay, that's fine. But then in the start of fourth quarter, Vegas was pressing a little bit. She was pressing a little bit and she started missing buckets. And I was like, well, shit, if she can't get these 4 points, I'm going to be pissed as hell. So I'm going through like a full range of emotions. But then when she got that second bucket, the 2 points before the last two, I was like, oh, this shit's happening today. And as soon as she got that little midi, I screamed before it went in because it just felt like that was like the shot that was going, it was just meant to be. Like she had Bree Jones on her hip, midi over DeWanna Bonner. Like it was just like, this is a shot Asia makes. This is something she always makes. There's no way this isn't going in. So when it went in, I was screaming, jumping up and down on my couch, like going nuts. So happy for her. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Then when she started crying, I started crying, and that was that.
Craig, were you able to watch?
I was not, but I did see the locker room sentiments after her speech afterwards, and I think that was more than enough. Seeing black women when they do get to the top, sharing their accolades, that makes my heart happy. I mean, it don't get no better than that for me. Not that they should have to. Is the fact that that she extended it to everybody else.
For sure, for sure. I know I had to use the bathroom. So I was like, Asia, please, let's get these 4 points. I held it for about 10 minutes. I walked and paced back and forth in that arena trying to find the best angle to get a shot. Dang near dropped my camera. I was walking around. Everybody, like the dancers and like all of the fans were standing up. They all had their phones out. Like you could really, I don't know how it looked on TV, But like you could see that everybody, like with every shot that she was attempting, like people would stand up and then sit down, stand up and then sit down. So when she got that second to last basket, everybody was like, "Oh yeah." People are fumbling with their phones, trying to flip back and forth if they want to do a video, if they want to take pictures. Like it was like so cool, and I love when you go to games and fans are in tune and they're aware of what type of history is about to be made. Like we've all seen people counting down the rebounds, we've all seen people counting down double doubles, etc. But like that was like a really special moment because, like you all said, she's the first to have done it. So when she finally got it done, I was like, wait, they're not gonna stop the game? But I forgot Connecticut had possession, so we had to wait for a dead ball or something, and then for her to be able to receive all of that love, like it was great to be able to witness. So shout out to you, Asia. Shout out to you, Asia. And I know we're gonna go all over this again once Dolores gets back. I'm already prepared for his whole speech. I know he's gonna come in amped, so we're gonna revisit this in just a bit. Um, but we're going to go on to something that was a little controversial in the past week when it comes to a particular commissioner.
They said your smoke alarm's playing tag in the back. I'm so
Y'all, please.
weak.
Let me go in my prayer closet right quick. Hopefully the sound don't get through there.
I'm weak.
Willie Andrea said, hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So last week, I done left my computer outside. I don't got my agenda. So last week, some controversial comments in regards to a question that was pretty much handled, signed, sealed, and delivered to her through an easy lob for her to answer. A commissioner of the WNBA fumbled tremendously. Who would like to tackle the response of Cathy Engelbert's question on, I think, CNBC or MSNBC, where she was being interviewed? Who would like to tackle that first and give their thoughts?
Do y'all remember that TikTok trend or that TikTok discussion? It started off as, would you choose the man or the bear? And so many women said the bear, the bear, the bear. And men were like, what the heck? Like, why would you choose the bear? Da da da. From that, another conversation started that said, like, black women are kind of like, if I am in a space between a white woman and a white man, I'm going to pick the white man. And so many white women were like, oh my gosh, why would you do this? Why did I, da 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 da? And black women were like, well, with a white man, at least I know what I'm going to get. That, her comments just reminded me of that because that was the most tone deaf thing she could have ever said. And let's be honest. In her reality, which I feel like her reality is very clear, the woman that she is, she might not care about black people, and we can't even say the money that she like is she only like green because that's only if it's coming from certain people. I feel like, to me, you are
Woo,
a,
say that part again. Say that part again for those that may not know.
I said, you can, some people say it's the only color she see is green, but then that's not even true because it depends on where the green is coming from, which goes back to the black and white. But anywho, I feel like as a woman, granted, you're a business owner, right? Great. But when you start working with women, it's a whole different thing. And then when you start working with majority of black women, you don't have the privilege or the whatever you want to call it to act like, oh, well, this is just a business. I'm running it like a business. You do not have that privilege in a league that's made up of majority black women, and also let's add queer too, all those intersections. You know what I'm saying? Also, at the end of the day, and this is what I've been saying when people say, well, Caitlyn should say something, or if Angel should say something, and people say, well, that doesn't mean it's gonna change. Of course, you can't control what people say, but at the end of the fucking day, if you as a commissioner at least say this, then I know, okay, well, at least she got my back. Well, at least we on a united front, and she don't want me to deal with that. At the very fucking least, you could stand up for the athletes within your organization. For her to say, to completely ignore the question like that and start talking about rivalries and shit, was completely insane. I feel like some people also said she wasn't prepared. I think she was prepared. I just don't think she gave a fuck. Because even when she came back and doubled back and tried to apologize, or whatever it was, that was piss poor too. So it's just, that's just the woman that she is. I just don't think somebody who is that out of touch with what's going on in her league, or that out of touch with the women in her league, should be running any organization that's majority black women. If she want to run an organization that don't have to deal with that stuff, go run an organization that just got white men, just got white women. Do that, but you are running the wrong organization. It's not a good fit. The alignment is not there, boo. You need to go find something else to do. That's pathetic. And then that's not even the most frustrating. That was frustrating, but for NECA to come back and say what she said was even more frustrating. But that did not surprise me, and that's why I did not like those comments about NECA should do this and do that. But anywho,
Ghana?
Yeah, I wasn't really shocked, and I think that's probably the saddest part about it is just that I wasn't really shocked about her response. Um, so like Lo said, if she's gonna be in a league that is predominantly black women, is full of queer women, a marginalized group, she has to do better. The league need to do better, but we've been kind of shouting this from the rooftops for a minute now. It feels like, right? And we've been called bullies for it. We've been saying that, like people have said, we're race baiting, or we're trying to push a narrative that's not there. We've been talking about this for a minute now. It didn't just come out of thin air, you know? So it's frustrating but not shocking. And I kind of want somebody to punch her in the face, but
oh Lord.
you know.
Pick me, pick me.
Nah, get Nancy Lieberman to do it since she punched, huh?
But yeah, it's just really frustrating. She needs to do better. But like I said, we've been having
Uh oh.
saying these
Did Ghana
things
go out?
forever, huh?
Oh no, I'm still here. I was done after somebody should punch her in the face.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah,
Well,
we have
if
been saying this
Nancy,
forever.
wait, are we talking about Nancy Lieberman? Because if she stretch her
No,
neck too far left or right, her whole shit gonna rip like a pinata. So she need to
girl,
keep it
we
cute.
talking about Kathy. Listen at you.
Oh well, my bad name.
Well, welcome, Shay. Welcome.
Jay, you really had to get that off your chest, huh? Cause I'm so sick of
Shay,
seeing
wait, it's gonna do what?
that shit gonna rip like a pinata. Her whole shit gonna come out. She turn her. Somebody call her name Nancy. She turned too far. Her whole shit gonna collapse.
What's gonna fall out? Not
Her
candy.
face. I don't fucking know. Her jaw gonna come out that bitch. I don't know what they stuffed it with. But yeah, I think Kathy, I mean, I said a long time ago that if this league could survive without black women, they would. And I just think Kathy just said the quiet part out loud.
To me, what's frustrating about Kathy's thing,
No stank ass plastic boots. Go ahead, Dolores.
love please. I think what's frustrating about Kathy's thing is that I genuinely think like people think it is only or has only been a thing this season. And that's where the frustration for me lies is that to Yana and Lowe's point, we have been shouting this out from the rooftops for at least 6+ years. And the Caitlyn and Angel are of course the antithesis of what's going on, but it's been happening in so many more small and minute ways that to just pinpoint that as the only people that are experiencing it does the entire conversation a disservice, because that same point of like not addressing racism and not addressing all the things that happen as a result of not being intentional about the way the league is marketed is why Asia can break a scoring record and the commissioner of the league will text Stewie and apologize for being insensitive but not text the person that broke the record congratulations. It baffles me that the commissioner of a motherfucking league like the W can spend all this money or all this time saying, we're building all these partners and Amazon Prime and Deloitte and all this other shit, but you can't spend however much money it takes to get a ticker for the whatever 3 games that we knew Asia was about to break the goddamn record. Like that's the type of stuff where no, it's not someone screaming the N word or it's not someone saying DIE, but it's just as racist and just as insidious, because when someone of that magnitude does something and accomplishes something, to not celebrate it, and then for all of us to be on the field and be like, well, here nigga damn, we gotta do it. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it is unfortunate, it's ridiculous. And to Shay's point, yes, if this league could survive without black women, it would. Like, it truly would. They would try. But the sad part about it is it can't, and those black women can't get no credit for it. And that is fucking sad.
The fact that they didn't have no Asia Cam and all the other stuff following around, you mean with a camera, you mean the last 4 games as well. Like,
And the lead anti-racist white woman didn't hop her ass on a motherfucking plane and do no extra shit neither. That's the shit I don't like. Cause she'll get on this app and claim, I see you, I hear you, look at all their scars, look at their bruises, but won't do this shit. But you don't mind hopping from 17 motherfucking planes to ask Ryan Howard about somebody that died. Had Asia lost a family member, her ass would have sure been up in the Michelob Ultra Arena crying them fake ass crocodile tears. Now I can't stand that shit. And Rebecca, I'm on your big nose, big eye ass too. Your ass will tweet, oh, well look what Caitlyn said about Simone Augustus. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about that. They just scored 1,000 motherfucking points in the season, and you can't say nothing about that. And L. Duncan and all y'all other lead half black motherfuckers too. That's for y'all too. Well, I talk about her. No, y'all talk about her as a one-off, as an aside. Fuck y'all. Oh, white mama having asses. Fuck.
So going with, hold on.
Are you okay?
I knew the beeps were coming, so I was trying to mute right
Oh.
quick. I had the beeps. So, how do we feel about the apology from Kathy, or what was stated in her? I guess was it even really a retraction of her comments?
No, it was piss poor. It was something she did to try to save face. It was Chat GTBT could have wrote something better than that. You can tell it was as a former English teacher, you can tell when people's words evoke emotions and when they mean what they say. That was not it. That was piss poor. Um, yeah, it was just something that she had to do to save face when she realized everybody was on her ass.
I would have rather she not said nothing though.
But
Because again, the people that were most impacted, you didn't apologize to. NECA ain't getting no racist backlash from because of the shit. But you apologizing to NECA and Stewie?
what I'm confused on why she apologized to Stewie. Not no shit, no shade to
Because
Stewie,
she's a
but
lead anti-racist. Woo! Community service justice partner. Give her the
oh,
award.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And that's again, no shade to her, but that's this league. Like, that's performative. Like, oh, well, like, no, like, fuck, we won't stand for that. Well, it's happening. So what do you stand? Like, you won't stand for it, but it's happening. So what's tea?
I just cannot. I can believe she said it, but to say something like that so tone deaf when the women in your league are experiencing the stuff they're experiencing, that is just nuts to me. Like, and I know you're not that out of touch. You know
I
what's
mean,
going on.
They literally photoshopped Dejanay's body onto George Floyd.
It's crazy. That's crazy. That's
So, what would
crazy.
you all have liked? I know you mentioned that pretty much say nothing at all. But was there anything left out of the conversation that you felt like should have been included?
A comprehensive, like, this is the dynamics of our league. We are a league that has a legacy of social justice, speaking out for what is right, specifically for black, queer women, minorities of all races, sex, genders, everybody, every single intersection. And we will not stand for or continue to promote situations that push those people into further minority status. Like, I mean, simple, very basic, very simple. Very demure.
But in my opinion, I feel like I've been saying this from the beginning of the season. They should have done a better job from the beginning of the season because there's no way on God's green earth that they did not know that this was about to happen. But I feel like they did the exact opposite. It's like they leaned into it in my opinion. It's like the W leaned into it instead of trying to go the opposite way. Because I feel like, not gonna lie, the WNBA were doing a very good job of being a little more culture driven, a little more, like kind of understanding the fans that they had. But then I feel like this season they said, "Ooh, no, we're done with that. We're gonna lean into this." So I feel like to me, all of it was intentional. That's what you wanted. So
Like
now
something.
that's which is why the question was answered like that, because you got what you wanted.
But you remember all those years ago when everybody was like, they should make Stewie and Asia the new Magic and Bird of the league. They're the two best players. They're going to be competing for MVP for all these years. And both of us kept saying, don't do it because somebody got to be the villain. It's going to be the black woman.
Yep.
Well, of course, they didn't go with that narrative. Instead, it became Asia and Stewie are close friends. It's a nice little rivalry. What they did grab onto was Caitlyn and Angel. And yes, like we've said many times, it is not an exact replica of Bird and Magic because there's so much more shit that's happening. But by trying to lean into the concept of a rivalry, you literally neglect the fact that somebody literally tried to attack Kennedy Carter this season after she had her skirmish with Caitlyn. Like there's been so many instances even before this most recent shit where this could have been addressed by the league and it hasn't. So to your point, yes, they are leaning into it and at a very nasty rate.
I feel like the only thing Cathy and the W could do after the statement she made was come back with a list of action items that they planned on checking off of how they were going to fix the situation. Not fix, because obviously it's not gonna, like, you can't really fix it, but how they were gonna try to alleviate what's been happening in the league, right? Like, for starters, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if they're in communication with ESPN like that, but figure out why the only push notifications I get is when somebody fouls Caitlyn. Like, every time there's a foul on Caitlyn, I get a push notification. Every single time. And it's worded in the way of, look at what this black woman did to Caitlyn. Come watch this monstrosity and then go attack them. Like, things like that, those are little things that can be fixed, that should be handled, but you actually have to acknowledge that those things are happening, right? You actually have to look at it and say, well, damn, why we keep getting these notifications about every time Caitlyn get fouled? Why we looking at Elle's show, and every clip for her show is something about Caitlyn, right? Like, these are the things that you can do to alleviate these type of situations. Like, the WNBA been all talk for so long. I need like action items. Like, what steps are you taking? What's next? What are you about to do? Put your money where your mouth is. You just, where did the 75 million go? Did that go to anything? Like, what are you doing for these women to help them through this situation?
It couldn't have been
But
spent the right way because we still got people calling Erica Wheeler. You know what I mean teammate? You mean from Dallas Wings and all this other stuff? They don't know Caitlyn teammates, but they know Caitlyn.
Oh, they know Erica Wheeler because Eric. Never mind.
I mean that too, but we get on the ESPN and yeah.
Well, that brings me to our next segment. Un momento, por favor. Turn up my music.
Brendan, you didn't call fix yet on that goddamn fire alarm.
Dolores, I already went through that. Give me a minute. I'm trying to play my music. Give me just my soundtrack. Hold on. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? So we're going to call this "Who Said That." I'm going to read off some tweets, and I would like the panel to give their thoughts on who said that and why they said that, and should they say that again. First up, no, but we here. Stay tuned in. The question was, would the Fever be in the playoffs without Caitlin Clark? The aforementioned was the response. What are your thoughts?
She don't even know Kelsey Mitchell's middle name.
Mhm.
um, But like, let's have a real basketball conversation. Yes, they would be in the playoffs. Like literally, yes, they would. They won over half the games that they lost, and because they were young and inexperienced, had they, based on what they did in the offseason, they chose to not go after any big names and just got Dantas and Katie Lou and then drafted Caitlin. But with the space and the money they had, they could have went and got a guard or a post and been in the playoffs. Period. Simple. And also, what does that say about you to be the highest motherfucking paid player on the team, get the least amount of minutes on the team outside of Grace Berger, and talk about some no, we wouldn't be in the play? Girl, get off your motherfucking knees today. Like that is such a self drag.
I be, I be trying. I was trying to think about it. Like, well, maybe she was trying to say. I don't even know how I tried to twist this in my head. Maybe she was trying to say, like, I don't know, y'all.
I will say that she did also, because somebody also asked her about Chelsea Mitchell, and she said they wouldn't be in the playoffs without her either. Um, so it's not like it was just a
Why are
Caitlyn
you
thing.
following the Caitlin Clark report anyway?
Listen, that's a whole nother conversation. um, but I do think that it is a self drag, like Dolores said, because honestly, what we've been saying about what Indiana needed for the last couple of years was a competent point guard. And Eric Wheeler is and was the point guard of the team before Caitlin got there. And just a switch of point guard really was the difference maker, to what they were last year to now. So yeah, I mean, cause it's basically what the same lineup. They had Lexi Hall out there last year. They had Aaliyah, Melissa. Who else was there? I mean, the addition of Timmy and Dantes has been nice, but their main group, the difference is Wheeler swapped with Caitlyn. So, self drag, I guess, but
Yeah, she has just been. Mm.
Annoying since the time she won All-Star Game MVP. It would never let us motherfucking forget it.
Oh, brother, I was not thinking about that, but you know.
I'm just interested to see how, like, because at one point the other shoe gonna drop, and like at some point you're not gonna be on this team.
and ain't.
So what? I don't know. I look if she. Ooh.
Unless she takes like a massive pay. Like, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if she took the vet minimum. Like, I wouldn't
That
be
lady not
shocked.
taking no pay cut, walking around with them fake ass chains.
Lord, now we need a diamond tester at the game.
Get the little TikTok guy.
Now y'all know she about to be on that staff.
You're right. You're actually right. Player development coach,
Caitlin Clark whisperer.
culture curator.
So
I'm crying because I know Caitlin's like, girl, if you wasn't on Twitter and your ass was in the gym, I could use some goddamn backup help.
next, in a now deleted, who said that? It was quite simply, it was fun while it lasted. Insert sad music here. Oh. So who said that and why did they say that and should they say that again?
Las Vegas can use her in the off season. Amen.
Hmm.
I mean,
I mean, who said that?
should she have said it? Probably not, but I am laughing at it. I think it's funny. Um, so hey, it gave me a laugh, but like, she probably didn't have to bring it to social media. But let's be real. When has Melissa or her family not bring stuff to social media? Wasn't that like an issue before? So this isn't really a shock or anything like that. But I mean, she had a valid point. She was hooping in the first quarter versus Dallas, and then it literally became like a shootout where it was literally like a lot of one-on-one, going to the rim, dribble pull-up threes, and the post players weren't really getting any touches. And so it's not like she lied. She ain't lie.
I
But
mean, you're not wrong, but it
I feel
is.
like you can't have it both ways. These stand pages be
Mhm.
begging more, more, more content. Tell us more, 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 more. Tell us more. So she got her ass on here and told her more. You can't have it both ways. You want me to talk more, or you don't want me to? Can't have it both ways.
X.
I mean, mm, mm, mm. I hope she finds herself a new team next year.
Was her? I mean, I'm assuming it would. She's their number two pick in 2021, but I mean 2022. But was her option picked up, Yana? If you know.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was though. I wouldn't be shocked. But
Right. Yeah.
I mean, with this upcoming um draft, expansion draft, I'm wondering how many teams like accept the request of their players to not be protected. You know,
Mm.
like if they be like, "Don't protect me. I don't want to be here," or if teams hold them hostage. Like I'm interested to see how this all shakes out because I do feel like some players might be having conversations with their front offices like, I don't want to be back here.
That
Please.
would be me. Don't protect me. Take the rubber off. Let me let me run my
Not
own.
Delphin, ma'am.
I need to meet.
And that's what I
Throw that
text my
rubber off.
GM.
I need
Rubber
to
off.
meet.
Meet the meat. Let me raw dog this shit.
But that is a player who someone I think that that's a player who a GM would instantly snatch up if they saw that she was made available in an expansion draft.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the Dejanay and the Lissa thing though, like I don't know, y'all do not know these ladies and all this shit y'all talking about, but they was together this time and that's why she played back. Mo, shut the fuck up. Like y'all don't know them women. Y'all don't know what they got going on. Y'all don't know when they was together, when they wasn't. Y'all don't know shit. Leave them girls alone.
For real, because when did
Absolutely.
Twitter become Reddit? All this damn fan fiction and shit is overbearing.
Yeah, yeah,
When bitches didn't get no lives and start protecting.
yeah. People live vicariously through them and their teams and stuff.
I mean, they see one picture of somebody on the bench and I've never seen her look so distraught ever. The fuck?
Or is Angel coaching somebody up and, oh, why does she have to do this? She's a rookie. Da, 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 da. Like, didn't nobody tell her ass to bend down and give a motivational speech?
She was just being a teammate. Hell,
But also, how do we know, like, it was, never mind. Next question. Sorry.
She saw those cameras pointing at the team and got to work.
oop.
and and a lighter who said that hope everybody finds 1,000 reasons to smile on this lovely Sunday.
And I would die every day
Waiting
waiting
for
for
you.
you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for apostrophe thousand years.
Yes.
I love you
I'm
for
glad y'all was singing
apostrophe
that, because I was singing, put it on them, make
thousand
them want to marry
more.
me.
Put
Prince.
it on.
Put it
Put
on
it
them,
in
make them want to marry me. That's the song I was singing. I said, oh.
Rashida, that man beat my ass.
Put it on to make them wanna marry me. I love that song.
Lord,
Yeah.
Asia got that boy more open than the 7-Eleven. God damn. I love it. That's so cute.
Okay. So, Dolores, we talked about we were waiting for you, and we're going to give you the floor because we know that you had some great things to say in regards to Asia Riyadh Wilson becoming the first WNBA player to hit 1,000 points. So, do we need 5, 10 minutes? How much? Go ahead, do your thing.
Let's say 5, but I thank y'all for thinking about me. Just let me know when you're ready.
And hold on, wrong. Go.
Okay. So let's just go back to the motherfucking top. Okay. So the one day, a little black girl growing up in the country of Hopkins, South Carolina, a suburb of Columbia, South Carolina, her mother and her father nurtured her, and reared her, and they allowed her to take ballet, play soccer, but her father was a professional basketball player, and he knew that his child had the potential to be great. Okay, but she was a struggling deer, a Bambi, if you will. And the father trained Bambi with that weighted vest, that weighted ball in the front driveway to becoming what would become the number one player in the class of 2014. That player had offers from UConn, Tennessee, and North Carolina. But the subplot of that was there was a little black girl from the projects of Philadelphia, specifically North Philly, had a family that was born and raised in South Carolina. And that lady from the projects of North Philly chose to come back home and do it in the South. And so those two black girls chose each other. And when those two black girls chose each other 10 years a motherfucking go, the earth shook. Okay? And the earth shook because bitches thought shit was sweet. Okay? They thought Asia wouldn't win shit. They thought Don would never win shit. And since that day in 2014, they have done nothing but drag you bitches to filth, respectfully. Okay? Let's walk you through it. SEC Freshman of the Year, check. SEC Player of the Year, check. SEC Player of the Year 2 times, check. National Champion, single check. 3-time SEC Player of the Year, triple check. National Player of the Year, single check. WNBA Rookie of the Year, check. WNBA All-Star, check. WNBA All-Star, check. WNBA MVP, check. WNBA Finalist, check. WNBA All-Star, check. WNBA MVP, check. WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, check. WNBA MVP coming up, check. WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, check. Finals MVP, check. 1,000 motherfucking points score in a season. Motherfucking check the books, bitch. You bitches could never, ever, ever. And for the girls that say, well, she had more games, check the averages, ho. Okay? Because even if Asia doesn't play these last 2 games of the season, she will still be the all-time leading scorer any season in WNBA history. This girl has had her foot on you bitches' necks since the day she was born in Hopkins, okay, bitch? Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever play with it. You know why? Because what Mama Eva say? God's plan and God's time. And it was God's plan for this bitch to drag you girls to hell. Respectfully, okay? So put some motherfucking respect on her name. Don't ever try it. Don't ever play with it. Because while Asia might cry and tell her teammates it's hard to be Asia Wilson, it's even harder to cut you bitches out every day, but I'm going to keep doing it. As long as Asia can get her flowers, bitch, okay? Don't ever get it twisted, okay? For Cathy, go to hell. For the WNBA, go to hell. For Nike, you played at her top, go to hell. Gatorade, hell. All you bitches, hell. Don't ever in your life again, and you gonna pay the price again. Don't ever try it with Asia Wilson. Because every time you bitches put your name on Asia, she continues to drag you hoes. Continues to drag you. Baby, we had the ether beat 2 years ago. And what did I tell you girls? You weren't fucking with Asia. And what did she do? Walk in your trap and take over your trap and went to New York and drug you bitches. Ever. For every girl that says she would never pass Asia, check. For every girl that says she wasn't tough enough, check the motherfucking books, bitch. For every girl that says she would never go right again, check the scoring record. For every girl that says she need to extend her range, check the books, bitch. For every girl that says she wasn't enough, she don't defend. Act your phase. Okay? Don't ever play with it when it comes to age Wilson. Are we clear? Okay? That fourth place vote was a motivational speech. Thank you.
Well, well, well. Okay. So, anyone else would like to add to that? No. Great. Okay. So,
I need Dolores at the next Democratic National Convention. Cause shit.
wrong, wrong. He's wrong. So, this, wait. Give me. Hold on.
Hold up, I'm not
Good.
finished. Asia, if Asia retires today, tomorrow, or the next day, Shay says she top 3. And let me explain it again. She is motherfucking top 3, okay, bitch? Don't ever, don't ever get it twisted. She is the face of the league, and it's a pretty motherfucking face, okay? A pretty one. She don't look like no sneaker, don't look like no comma, don't look like Elliot Stapler. Don't ever get it twisted.
Okay. We're headed to a next. Anything else you want to add, Dolores?
Oh, I'm fucking
No.
Okay.
I know
We're
Stabler is like, now why the fuck am I?
gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Bum, bum.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're about to go to a next segment. Hold on. I know I like my music. Hold on.
Oh, weak.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. So we're gonna call this PTO. We all know that in the WNBA, after a certain amount of technicals, baby, you gonna be suspended that next game. And so we've all seen the now viral clip of Tiara McCowan waving goodbye, and Yana had a pretty uh interesting suspicion in regards to her decision to receive that last tech that will cause her to be suspended this week. Yana, the floor is yours and your suspicions on Tiara McCowan.
I'm just saying, if you watch the video, right, she like nudges Aaliyah, like, she walks towards Aaliyah, pushes her a little bit, and the rest don't do nothing. They kind of, they break it up. And then I think it's kind of like, you could tell in her head, it's like, oh shit, that wasn't enough. Let me push her ass harder. And then when you push her again, it was like, tech. All right, bitch, I'm out of here. Bye. Let's fucking go. Like, it was definitely one of those, like, it might have clicked in her head, like, I'm not trying to play Vegas in this last game. The season is done. Last time we played them, that damn girl dropped 40 on my head. I don't got time for this shit. I'm ready to go to Cancun. Fuck this. I'm done. Give me my tech so I can go. And she got her tech. So now she get to chill for the rest of the year.
And so elsewhere in the W, we know that our favorite technical players, Kalia Copper, KP, DT, BG,
The whole
the
damn
state,
Phoenix team,
yeah, the
right?
whole Phoenix roster pretty much. The savior of the league herself, one Caitlin Clark, is also at risk of being suspended. If you would have to choose between those players named, who do you think picks up the first technical foul?
Ooh. Um, BT maybe.
Mm.
Somebody from Phoenix. Phoenix is always angry. Like they're always upset for some reason. So I definitely think it'll be somebody from Phoenix. And it could have been Caitlyn, but I feel like Caitlyn has a pretty good leash in this league. Like, they don't really be calling texts on her like that. And there's been a couple of times where she'd be walking in the ref's direction, like yelling at them, and she gotta be pulled back and stuff. If that's any other player, they get a tech. And I've seen it happen plenty of times with Caitlyn, and she don't get one. So I don't think it'll be her. Um,
Brandon, the smoke detector is jumping us.
yeah, I'm gonna go with DT.
Now, do you think that there are going to be some players that they're trying to get baited into text to impact maybe the availability for the playoffs?
I don't think so.
Oh, what you eating, Lo?
Nothing.
Man, that's why this league corny. Cause like, that would be me. I'd be out there calling all types of bitches.
That gotta be what Aaliyah doing because everybody trying to bust her head in. Aaliyah is out there. Got to be because
Aaliyah gotta be cussing about like in a
she doing
whisper,
something.
right? Like it gotta
She
be
A
like
playing.
a whisper.
whisper.
Nobody hear that shit but them.
She doing something.
Oh, so now I want to
Oh,
know if so. Each of y'all think of all the teams who you would hate to play against. Give me that one player that you would definitely try to bait into a tech.
Ooh,
ML Cloud.
same, Shay. I would get her out the paint so quick, like, oh, quick. Every time she shoot.
Get me JJ. I feel like I could piss her off real
That's
quick.
easy. That's light work. Let me see
Period.
what I feel like I could piss off. I feel like it'd probably be easy to piss Kyle off too. Low key. Yeah,
Easy.
I feel like
Real
he get under her
easy.
skin easy. Who else? Nah, DT. I don't think he can get under her skin for real.
DT only get text because DT want to get
Yeah,
text.
she
yeah.
started
Not because
charging at the
nobody bait
ref.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, she you can't get under. I don't think he can get under DT skin. Uh.
Because she gonna kiss your
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
You say
She's
something
petty.
to
You gonna
DT.
take a low? She's taking that shit to hell. You're not getting under DT skin. Never.
Now,
She
who
gonna
would
say
piss
some
you
shit
off?
you
Oh,
ain't
go ahead.
never heard. Like, goddamn,
Yeah. You gonna be trying to piss her off, and she gonna piss you off.
I was about to say. So, who are players that you think you would try to piss off and it just wouldn't work? I think it'll be Jackie Young because it's like,
Definitely Jackie. Cause she don't respond.
yeah.
Like,
But see, Jackie would turn me on. Like, Jackie does this
y'all turn
thing
me
where
on.
when you try to piss her off, she get real, like, my arm's bigger than yours type energy. And that just makes
That's
me
called
excited.
BDE.
So, yeah, yeah. Somebody posted that picture of her with the little, black on the top and then brown underneath wig hair moment. And it was all I needed to see. So, yeah.
Dolores not focused.
I feel like Asia's the same way. Cause imagine cussing her out and she just rising fire over your head.
Yeah, I feel like that would be hard.
I would get Alyssa Thomas out of the
Oh
game
yeah,
easy.
I tell you
Like
that'd
real
be
Oh
easy.
easy.
yeah, she be
I would get her out of the game today.
probably Bonner too, low key.
you ain't got to do shit but show up and have working limbs for AT to want to fight your ass.
Okay, and so
Wrap me up anytime she want to.
Every time,
Wait,
every, what you say,
Sorry,
Prince?
sorry,
Greg.
sorry. I had a Dolores moment. I had a Dolores slip. My bad, my bad.
That high yellow girl with that 3C hair. I ain't know that was that
wait,
tight,
you call
Craig.
her high yellow?
AT?
Yeah.
She not?
That's a red bone.
No,
AT not high yellow?
no, high yellow would be like.
Yes, she is high
Yes, she
yellow.
is.
That girl is high yellow.
I'm trying to let me see who in Alicia Clark and Gray are more high yellow to me than AT.
That's because AT is one of them people like, y'all know when we was in school and they used to play the little game where they turn your wrist and it would turn red.
Not an Indian sunburn.
That's AT. Now, please, y'all don't get on here trying to catch me. If you're not from the South, you don't know what I'm talking about. But people that grew up in the South know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's not Shay or Lord Jesus.
Okay, so continuing the theme of peak. Hold on, I got two more beats coming. Okay, there we go. Continuing the theme of PTO, do we also think that the wave and kiss at the camera from Big T was her saying "Get me out of here" from Dallas?
No, she's just petty.
Okay.
She's
Yeah, that's just
hilarious.
her personality. It was funny too. That's just her personality.
Oh, very much so. It
It was
reminds me of when she was like licking her eyebrows. I think she was probably still in college.
Yeah, she was.
it was her bucking at somebody while she was leaving the arena, and the girl jumped.
It was her. Did y'all see when she was talking to Aaliyah and Kaylin came up and she was like, "You can shut the fuck up."
Cause I ain't talking to you.
And it was her walking out like, and that's on BD. She put her thumb.
Who
Why
else?
she so funny? If she was on my team, I don't think I would think that shit was funny. But because she's not, that shit is so funny to me.
So, once again, continuing on PTO, and so we mentioned Melissa earlier in the idea of maybe some players possibly having those conversations with their management or their front offices, saying, "Nah, bro, don't keep me here. I want out." So we mentioned Melissa as a candidate for the Fever. Other players who are under contract, who are probably crucial or integral parts to their team's makeup, who do you think should ask to not be protected for the expansion draft? We've talked about teams we would like to see, those people who aren't used, like that are kind of rotting away on the benches. But who are some people that actually get PT that you like to see be made available in the expansion process?
I got this hard. I be having to think. Um, hmm.
Um,
I'm trying to go through every team in my head.
I think McCowan, it's probably a good time for her to go somewhere else for both her and Dallas, to be honest. So she's probably one.
I agree. My only concern with Tierra is like, who gonna pull that out of her?
I have no
You might
idea.
not
That is
have
a
to pull
valid
it out
question.
of her if she is just in a better space mentally, or not saying that she's not, but if she's just in a better space, it might not have to be something that somebody has to pull out of her. She might just do better. Like she just might need a fresh start.
True. Yeah. Cause I genuinely am rooting for her because I do think in the right system, around the right team, I think she can definitely take a team to contention, not as the star player, but just as a player on the team. But like this Dallas thing, just, cause every game, like, it feels like she's taking herself out of the game, in some way, shape, or form. So, I agree. I don't know. Maybe expansion may help with that, but
I
we'll
want
see.
Alyssa to leave, not because I don't think she can help Indiana, but I just don't know if I think it's gonna work. And I definitely think she's more than talented enough. She's shown to me even this season that when she's locked in and when she feels like she's contributing in whatever way that is, she's fine. Like, cause I've seen games where she might not be scoring, but you could tell that she feels like she's contributing and she's fine. So I think it might be just time for her which, to go somewhere, do something different.
I'd like to see Ariel Atkins in a different color
Oh, that would
jersey.
be dope.
God, not for her, but for all of us, for everyone. I've had it. Oh God, I've had it.
Yo, I went to DC Arena and I don't want to hear no more nothing about where Atlanta play at for the rest of ever.
Not too much.
No, yes, too much. What the hell was that?
What's going on with it?
It's the
Uh,
Southeast.
I don't want to sound
Uh,
anti-black, so I'ma save it.
That shit
uh,
I'm
in
about to
the,
sound like a
yeah.
publican.
Oh, trust me, I get it.
that's why they got the chicken and waffle
So do I need to Uber there if I go to a
I don't
game?
know.
and the
You
Punch
might,
I don't
Special.
know about the parking because I Ubered, but
yeah, Uber, because at least Uber can pick you up from in front of the arena. You got to walk on
Yeah.
Uber on
Oh,
that
I
side.
will Uber and don't walk too far in the wrong direction because yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like
I'm dead
literally.
serious. That's why people don't be wanting to go over there because
No,
mm,
I like all jokes aside, I was shocked.
Hmm.
Like when Nene was like, "Oh, I'm shocked, honey.
Like,
What
what
is
is this,
this?" Like
honey?
that dead ass that, and I'm not like all jokes aside, like yes, and it's not in DC,
That may
huh?
that may be why they not changing for fans no more because they make you not gonna wanna go.
Yeah,
okay, now keep it. Don't okay. Paige can come on down to Southeast. Ain't nobody gonna harm her. She good in the hood.
Now I want to know what type of champagne they got in the mimosas.
Don't be
Bruce.
nasty.
yeah,
Yeah, that is
it was
actually a rough
interesting.
venue.
I don't know.
But I will say the games look like they're so fun. Like it's such a vibe from the TV.
Yeah, I mean I mean it ain't it was kind of it's be like Atlanta games. It was very like you could they played a lot of go go music. Um, it yeah, it was yeah. I wouldn't have to. I don't have to go back.
So, if you so where do you rank the atmospheres low that you've been so far?
Okay, enough is enough.
Um, I love them. I ain't gonna lie, that probably was my least favorite. Respectfully,
Was the popcorn at least good?
I didn't eat that.
Oh Lord.
Okay, all right,
Y'all,
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
They not playing in the goddamn
This
high school. Don't.
She said they
this
got
It got
water
a
guy is
little.
the
It is
worst
kind
one
of
though.
giving community center vibes, though.
No, no,
Like a big,
no.
yes, it is, Shay, a big community center.
Well,
Because
yes,
you know, on
but
one side, you know how like on one side they got like the stage. That's exactly how it is. That's what it remind you
because
of.
they want to have concerts when it's not shooty hoops time in there.
Yeah,
But no, this is why a lot of people want them to move back to where the Wizards play at.
yeah. Like all jokes aside, y'all, I'm not even joking. Like it's interesting. It's different. I've genuinely never seen anything like that.
Now,
No, shut up.
do we
It
think that would be a feasible option, especially if they were to successfully get that number one spot and get Paige?
yeah.
Do they feel like they'll sell it out though?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so we already touched on A1000. Is there anything else to add to A1000?
No, I have a thing to say about the Phoenix Mercury though.
Go ahead.
They trying to trick y'all and pull the wool over y'all eyes with this. If this is it, y'all got to come see her play shit, and they are trying to distract y'all from the fact that that team is terrible. That team is ass. That is the shittiest assembly of superstars I've ever seen. I don't understand what the hell going on there. They got girl dad there. He can't coach for shit. They all got attitudes. It's just ass. Like it's just mistwork something. If she had a basketball team, that's what the hell they would look like. Just ass all over the goddamn place. And they keep trying to tell y'all, well, this might be her last game. We don't know what could happen. And that's because they're like, well, shit. Once she gone, we ain't gonna sell no tickets because ain't nobody want to come to this bullshit. And for all of the crying and bitching and all the stuff that y'all do on the timeline all goddamn day, not y'all on the stage, but y'all in general, y'all don't give Phoenix enough hell for me.
Well, you know what? You just brought up a fun game that I want to introduce. I know we have another one coming with All-WNBA that we're going to do a little later. So, for those of you, go ahead and send us your votes or who you think who should make the All-WNBA teams. Drop that in your
Just first team.
just
Just
first
first
team. We
team.
don't want
Just
second and
first
third
team.
team, just first team. But since Shay brought up the worst assembly or assimilation or whatever of superstars, over the past few years we've seen some super teams be created, drafted, whatever. Rank your worst super teams from I would say your worst three super teams.
That Washington team that had Tina was
But
ass.
that wasn't super though, cause
I don't call that a super team though.
Okay, so
They were supposed to be.
I'm gonna go the Chicago team that had Emma and Candace.
Oh well, actually,
Oh,
then
you're
give me your
right.
top five because I forgot about that one. So there's
Like
four.
they are very underwhelming for the talent that they put together on that team.
That's the one that blew the lead against Connecticut.
Yes.
That was a bad one. I agree.
Off Phoenix when they got
Vegas 2021.
was that the one with Liz and
Mm-hmm.
Liz Chelsea? Yeah, that
Yes.
was bad. That
Yes.
was real bad.
Yes. And Vegas 2020, 2019.
Who was on 2019?
That was just the first year of Liz.
Oh, that damn Liz boy, the Liz era.
Okay, where does Phoenix 2022?
Who's supposed to win this game?
who's on 2022? Was that the
That
Browns
was
Eagles.
team?
that was when you
Falcons.
got blocked by Skylar.
Yana, what the fuck? That team wasn't. They made it to the finals though.
Mm-mm.
I like
Which
Nah,
which
the
one?
team when didn't Skylar
uh,
block you
uh
because you said it was too many
Eagles won by
personalities or
one.
something?
Nah,
Not you, Aaron. Okay, yes. Damn, she digging in the archive.
No pun intended.
I was right though. My bad, Scott. I was right.
That was the team of it was so we
Nigga,
understand.
30 left in the third. Oh, they just made a big ass throw. Where's the
Alright.
Okay,
red zone? They just scored.
Craig,
Craig.
They just scored
Craig.
Falcons.
Craig, focus.
so that was the team that
What do
of
y'all need?
Diamond, DT, um, Diamond,
Skyler.
DT, Skylar,
Tina.
Tina,
Oh
and
shit.
BG.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit, you right.
Yeah. So and we understand what happened with BG that year.
The Seattle super team that lost to Vegas in the
Mm-hmm.
semifinals and Tina missed them free
Mm-hmm.
throws.
So
Shoot, that was
Tina
all in
was
the
actually
same
on
year.
both. Tina was on both of those super teams that year, 2022.
Damn.
So
Damn.
yeah.
That's why LA posted that video of her on TikTok with all that ice on.
I feel like there's some other super
The,
teams.
I mean, no shade, no tea, but hindsight 2020, the 2023 New York Lynx was a pretty ass super team if you ask me. Because if you can't beat Asia at your home arena without
Not New York Lynx.
Candace, Chelsea,
Lives.
or Kia,
The lives.
no shade, no
Low key,
tea.
you might be right.
And the Minnesota super team where they paid Miss Canada Supermax money.
Who is Miss? Oh, a Chongwa.
M- Minnesota, AP, Seal, Fee, Kayla
But that ain't
McBride.
super.
That ain't
Like,
super. That's
that
not a
ain't
They
super
were
super.
team.
supposed to be.
I don't.
Now we know they're not super, but that's what the media told me, so I have to go with their narratives.
Oh, because I wouldn't expect no
I
super
don't
team.
know. I ain't nobody worse than this Phoenix team right here.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
that
they're
shit
Yes.
is
they're the
terrible.
worst.
Hot ass.
Because
Now what?
even when healthy, I guess like without Beck Allen, but even then, I don't know if Beck Allen changes the outcome of the season for them. Um,
No, because Beck Allen gonna change out, gonna get, she not gonna play the whole season anyway. I mean, when is the last time she made it through a whole playoffs?
hmm. Hmm.
That's fair.
And honestly, to be determined, but Seattle this year.
Clock it.
Like, I've been very underwhelmed with the Seattle team this year. Very.
I would have to agree.
I'm pointing all my fingers at Jewel, but that's
I
I,
it,
me.
I
I
tell
think
my
it
toes
it
too.
starts with her for sure.
Do you think she could stand to go somewhere else?
Child, they built the whole team around it, but she need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, send her to Canada.
Damn.
No, where's she from again, y'all? Chicago?
Yes.
I mean, wink, wink.
Actually, okay.
You in Chicago wouldn't be bad.
I would like her Kennedy, Jewel, Angel, Camilla, and a point guard. Don't she know how to play with Lindsay Allen?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they were the
Yeah.
same year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Child, yeah, they beat us in the goddamn Final
Oh
Four.
yeah, I remember that.
Oh, God damn it, Tiffany.
That ain't no Tiffany's goddamn Tina not boxing out. Damn.
Wait, that was. Oh yeah. Yeah. Emotional walls. Okay. So now, this next part, we're going to put together just the first teams of who do you feel like should be all WNBA first team. And remember, this is a positionless end of the year award. But what we're going to do, we're going to split this up into two, right? Guards and post players.
No, just
No,
our
just your
Our
five.
first.
five.
Your
Okay.
five.
Everybody give your five. Do y'all need some music while you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if you come in and you ready to debate, make sure you got your good cursing boots on and you know how to support your work. Thank you.
Okay. Give me one moment. While I prepare our music.
We need somebody in the church. Make sure you get the scribe down. You write these down.
Kim's our soloist. Now go on, baby. Sing Mama's favorite song. Shake your booty on my
Why are we listening to this?
What does this have to do
It's the
with
Parkers, ain't it?
anything? I was weak.
Y'all, Brenda is a theater kid for life.
So, as we prepare to shake our booties and shake up the All WNBA votes all night, who's going to be first? I'm gonna let me pull some numbers out of this hat right here, out of my sushi box. Shay, you go first.
Oh Lord. Asia, Fee, Stewie. That's three. I'm gonna go Heavyfoot Timberland. I'm gonna go Sabrina, and then I think I'm gonna go Kelsey Mitchell.
Mm,
Okay.
okay, okay. Let's see, random low.
Asia, Asia. It's like, okay, Asia Fee. Do I want to put Stewie? I'll put Sabrina before Stewie.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to Stewie. Um, ooh, I can't say her. She's just so up and down.
Up and
Oh,
down we go.
oh, I don't know. I don't know. Who else?
Who are you going to say that's up and down?
Um, it was a guard. No, I don't know. Come back to me. Come back. Ooh, that's
Craig.
hard.
Okay, Craig.
I'm kind of aligned with her. I was saying Asia,
You
Sabrina.
bitches didn't do your homework
I
last
mean,
night.
I'm just saying. Let's say Asia, Nafisa,
Mhm.
Sabrina.
Mhm. Because Kelsey has done good lately, but when we talk about whole season, would we throw Kelsey on there? I feel like Enrique does well up and down.
I'll put Kai, but
Oh,
Kai injury,
oh.
she kind of held them afloat. But
See,
if I'm putting Kelsey in there, I'm throwing Kennedy on there. So I don't know. I don't know. That's
if
that's tough.
if I'm talking consistency though, that's the only three I have. The other two to me are up in the air.
My point. But yeah,
What like is it not?
nah, you spot on. That's why I'm like, there's been chunks out the season where
Yeah.
some of the players they disappear. But
Who else do y'all think has been consistent enough?
Yeah, I think the last two spots are just gonna be like preference.
Yeah.
For me, I got Asia, Fee, Sabrina, Stewie, and my last one is gonna go to Brianna Jones.
She had a bad spot too.
She
nah,
did, but I think even in her bad spots, she was holding it down for Connecticut.
Yeah.
Asia, Fee, NECA,
Mm.
Sabrina, and sorry, Caitlin.
Mm.
sorry, NECA.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm more my question mark more on Necker than Caitlin, but maybe. I don't know, y'all. That's hard. I only got three for sure.
I got
That'll be my five when I submit my
I
ballot.
don't know. I struggle with putting somebody on. I just
Can I throw a nod to Enrique if we had NECA?
I
That
mean,
was
she was my just
that
left
was
off.
gonna be mine, but she's up and down. Like I could, but I'm like,
But
I
that's what
don't
I'm saying.
know.
Kelsey Kennedy, and Enrique. Those are chunkers. You know what I mean? So you gonna get.
Enrique and
I
Kelsey
mean, if
Mitchell
we
are on
talking
my
about
second
last half of the
team.
season,
Okay.
Skylar should get a nod if we talking about like last half of the season
Yeah.
consistency.
And that's why I don't want nobody but three, because I don't think that's fair.
can you be
They
first
really, they
team?
really can put Asia's name 3 times.
Can you be first team if you don't play both sides of the ball?
They,
No,
they
You
don't
but
shouldn't
care.
be, but they don't care.
that right. I mean, I personally am only gonna say, I'm only saying, CC, cause hell, Sabrina's the same reason. I mean, I really can't justify putting Sabrina if we talk about both sides of the ball. Um, But let's be quite honest. I mean, none of the guards that are in contention play both sides of the ball outside of school, outside of Skylar.
She not in contention for me.
Well,
I feel like
well,
Arika and Kennedy have picked it up defensively. It may not.
I wouldn't have no problem doing Kennedy, one, if Chicago was solidly in the playoffs, and two, if she had missed time.
I'm at.
I agree with that.
I don't know. I just got them three solid. I can't.
Damn. Y'all know what the moral of the story is?
These niggas not hooping.
They exactly. They not hooping, and Asia been so goddamn good, and the gap is so big
Yes.
that like we can't even make a first five and be like, yeah, that's straight.
Yeah, nothing sounds right.
Because you
Like,
got to put the other. I think that's the toughest thing about it, right? Because Asia and Fee to me have been the most consistent players all season, and then when you make this first team, you have to put these other three players next to them, and it's just like,
Right, and you know,
exactly.
no matter who the three is, they cannot compare to those two.
Yeah.
Can I throw BG on a
on what?
honorable
No,
mention?
absolutely not. No,
Absolutely
no,
not.
Second
sir.
team.
No, sir.
No,
Absolutely
heck
not.
no.
Well, mine was Asia, Stewie.
Well, everybody else getting sympathy votes for MIP and everything else. So I mean, we still fight. She's still growing her dreads back. Her locks back. I mean, it's just a journey.
I got Asia,
Not too much.
Stewie, Shoes, uh, Cece, and I had.
It got to be Fee.
Oh yeah, Fee, Fee. I knew somebody was up. Yes, Fee.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard
And
because
after, to be honest, I went back and forth with Stewie, well, Tina over Stewie.
Tina,
Oh, Tina. I like
Tina
Tina.
she
I
has
Turner.
been
like
holding
Tina.
them down, but no. No, 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 no. No,
Y'all, ain't no
no,
way. I like Tina, but
Nah,
ain't no
no,
nah,
way.
nah.
Ain't no way.
no.
Now hold up, player.
Not in
Hold
your
up,
right
player. Hold up,
mind.
player. Hold up, player.
No.
Me still stuck on the last game.
She kept us in the playoffs. Us,
No, that
yes.
was Nas.
She
Oh yes,
definitely missed
yes.
some
You're
free
right. Nas
throws,
too.
but
Nas with the
Yeah.
midi.
Shout out to Nas. Shout out to Nas. We like. So I'm gonna go and read some of them from the comment section. Let's see. Take the wow.
If they good, invite them to the
Take the rubber
stage.
off. Wow. Everybody really wants you to take the rubber off, Shay. Let's let's
Not in this. Mm-mm.
let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna read some of the comments in general. Jules to Chicago would be a bad move. They need a guard who can feed the post and shooters off the bench. I would move Big T to the Washington Mystics, Shakira Austin to Atlanta, and shift Sykes to Chicago along with Diamond Miller. I like my experience in the hood. Excuse me. I like my experience at ESA. Um, Southeast is DC, just on the other side of the river, just stay around. NECA should be on first team. 2024 Seattle. 2024 Seattle what?
I think they're
World
talking
champions
about
of what?
bad.
Asia, Stewie, Fee, Sabrina, Cece. Asia, Fee. Figure out the rest. Okay, that's true. Let's see. Shake your booty all night. I love. Thank you. Asia, Nafisa, Stewie, Cece, Sabrina, or NECA. Sabrina or NECA for that last spot.
Then it would be
I
Sabrina.
don't
I'm
know
about to
how
say it
you.
ain't gonna be
I
plastic
think
boots.
Sabrina has
How
to
That's
be
for
how you
damn
solid
have
sure.
top
Stewie
three.
over Sabrina though? Is that just from notoriety and who Stewie has been? Because I feel like Sabrina has been the most consistent person for New York.
I agree. I think Stewie has come along, as
Now,
the
yes,
season has gone on. But I think when Stewie was struggling and JJ was up and down, Sabrina was like the
holding it
constant for
down.
them.
Yes,
And she
exactly.
hasn't changed. She's always been the knockdown shooter. She spreads the floor. She's has her little floater and stuff now. She's just been the constant. So
Can I also say, because I saw this tweet today, I'm sorry, it's just kind of random. Somebody said the committee, no, Dolores was the person that started calling Sabrina Slack Mamba and starting that towards Sabrina, and that is absolutely 100% not true. That was a person that's not a part of the committee anymore. So when you speak on that, that was not Dolores. That was never Dolores. That was never coming from Dolores. Now he do some other shit, but that wasn't that. That was somebody who's no longer a part of the committee. So I just wanted to, and nobody on the committee was laughing at Sloot for about her mother. That is cruel and that is nasty.
No, what the
That
fuck?
never
Wait, what?
Who the
happened.
fuck
Who
is
Wait,
did
even
hold on.
laughing at
that?
Swoop
I
Mama?
saw a tweet earlier, so I'm
Rest
gonna
in
say that
peace to her mama.
nobody on
But
here. I don't even think. I
Do
think we offered our condolences. I don't even think we spoke about it for a lot. We just offered condolences, and that's it. Nobody ever was talking. Why the fuck will we
But
ever?
damn daddy died like 3 years ago. The fuck? Come on
Why would
now.
we ever laugh at somebody like y'all? That's on. You don't have to like us, but don't lie. So yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted
because
to say
grieving
that.
gonna
Like
never ain't never gonna be a laughing matter.
we would
yeah,
never do no shit
Yeah,
like that. Nah,
nah, I don't.
that's wild as fuck. We would never.
But also, like, if y'all follow us enough, everybody on this stage has been clear in the reasons why they may have disagreements with Sabrina. And defensively, she is stuck in the mud, and the boots are definitely heavy. But ain't nobody discredited the girl offensively. Ain't nobody. So let's also be the most fucking
I
for
don't even
real.
think we discuss her gameplay as much. It's
We
just
don't.
the
We don't.
that's the thing. The reason that y'all hate us or that y'all say this and this about Sabrina are the very same issues we having now. But your head was too far up your fucking ass to listen to what we were saying about her. So now everybody's shocked and confused about what the issues is with the racism now. It's not new. We've been telling y'all that. But anywho, back back to what we were talking about. I just wanted to clear that up.
just reading a few more. All right, y'all can leave my smoke detector alone. Someone say, "Oh, you ain't lying. Mercury smelling like shit." Shout out to Shay. More take the rubber off is crazy. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of people are a fan of taking the rubber off. So so we're about
You
to
in
wrap.
Texas, keep it on. Texas, keep it on. All right, Texas, keep it
No
on.
stealth in here, please. So we're about to wrap up unless we don't see any hands raised for tonight's episode. This was a fairly quick one.
I got a
Um,
question.
Go ahead. I got a
Cause,
question. Be
Cause
honest
I
with
be on the TL
me.
late because I had to take a long nap today. What happened today to get back to South Carolina hate Angel and LSU? What happened?
Child.
I
Don't.
missed it.
Child. I'm lost as
I
well. The
don't know
only
what's going
thing that
on, but all I know is if y'all don't want Raven on the team, that's fine. Just let her drop to Vegas so she can learn from Chelsea. I'm fine with it.
Oh, she would love that.
I don't know why everybody is on the timeline trying to argue about Raven's value to a team. I don't give a fuck what them fans think about Raven because I know that there are scouts out there that think Raven is a complete point guard. So, hey, let her drop to Vegas because we ain't got no first round pick anyway. So shit, we need a backup point guard with some youth. If Raven dropped to Vegas, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I just don't know how we got to you know, South Carolina hate LSU and Angel from today's discussion. I just
child, whatever.
We're getting into college basketball for
I
once.
can't wait. I love college basketball.
I do too.
Oh,
What a
Choo-choo,
time.
bitch.
great reminder from Craig. Shout out to the USA U23 3x3 team. They got gold, led by Fagan, who had, like, I think she had the most points in the tournament. The team also had Harmony Turner on there, who plays for
Hmm.
Harvard. She's a bucket. I hope y'all watch her this season. Cody is also on the team, and
Baines.
Isaiah Baines.
Isaiah Baines. Where'd she
Yes.
go?
She went to Seton Hall. I think she might have already graduated already. I'm
Oh,
not
okay,
sure.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I think
She done
she's
been at a
holding.
few. Is this the same bands that was at Virginia
I
Tech
thought
when
it
they
was
went on their run?
Arizona, child.
Trying to put that girl in how many
I,
conferences?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the girl I'm thinking about was at Virginia Tech for a little bit.
I could have sworn it was Virginia. I mean, Arizona.
I don't know no bands in Arizona, but you could be right.
No, it is Virginia
We'll
Tech.
find
This her
out.
right here. Yeah, Seton Hall, Virginia
Okay,
Tech.
bet.
Um,
Uh,
And just some
And
more for those of you who don't know about Harmony Turner, because you may not watch as many Ivy League games, but she's already at close to 400 points after 1,400 points after just 3 seasons. So she's heading into her senior year, and you have the opportunity to watch her on a larger stage this season against Indiana, Boston College, Northwestern, and then they will also play a Big East game against St. John. So those could very well be televised, and then obviously to see what she does against Columbia. So yeah, be on the lookout for her this season. Harmony is definitely a bucket.
I don't know if she wants to go to the W, but she could definitely make a roster. But I don't know if she want to play in the W. Yeah, but if she does,
Right? Who knows?
she
She
can
might be
do it.
going off the med school or NASA somewhere afterwards. Who knows?
In other news, the committee will be hosting a playoff edition fantasy league. Stay tuned for more information. But if that is something that is interesting to you, drop a comment in this spaces and let us know. Click members, y'all get first dibs. But we definitely trying to lock in for a little committee edition fantasy league for the playoffs.
Okay, there are no hands raised, and so stay tuned because
With my hands lifted
oh,
up
and the
and
mouth
I'm
filled with
filled with,
praise,
keep going, B. It's a what?
with the
With a
heart of
heart of
thanksgiving,
thanksgiving. I will do what?
I will bless
I will bless
thee,
thee,
oh
O Lord.
no
Hallelujah.
nasty church mother vibrato. So yes, thank you all for
Wait, hold
tuning.
on, B. Hold on, B. Who, one word, who gets the H seed? Atlanta!
Oh, shit.
Washington,
Um, Washington.
Atlanta.
I gotta go Mystics as well.
mainly because Washington got the head-to-heads. So,
Yeah, Atlanta needs to win both of theirs.
and hope Washington lose one.
Yeah.
Wait, so who does Atlanta play, Yana?
New York and well,
Chicago and New
Chicago
York.
Tuesday in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got who?
New York and
Connecticut.
no, I don't think Washington plays Connecticut. I don't know who the other team is.
I know Chicago got Atlanta and Connecticut.
Yeah,
So Mystics. Let's see. Fever. So they got New York and Indiana. Mm.
Oh, brother.
So that could be interesting. So it's a toss up still. We're gonna probably have to wait till the last day
yeah, I definitely think it's gonna come down to the last day.
because it depends on what version of the Liberty show up. And then if New York loses that game, and Minnesota could very well be.
New York has to lose twice. They have to lose their last two games in order to lose the one seed. Assuming
Hmm.
Minnesota wins their next two, but Minnesota also has to play Connecticut, and I think that's going to be a good one. I think it's two. They play on Tuesday, and Connecticut's coming off a loss to Vegas, and it's at home. So I definitely think Connecticut will. That's gonna be a good one.
Well, don't mind me. I'll be crying. Thanks.
Did you
Hello.
despair, Brandon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was speaking that whole time. Did y'all hear anything I say?
No,
No.
and we didn't hit a fire alarm.
Okay, my bad. So what I was saying was, so all of our church announcements are done. We are going to end with one word, no explanations of who your prediction of champion will be. And I'm gonna go, and as soon as the last person goes, we're gonna end it. Dolores, who's your champ? Just the team.
Las Vegas.
Low,
Liberty.
Shay,
Aces.
Yana,
Las Vegas Lynx.
Craig,
Aces.
Aces. Good night.